Good morning, Joe.
Good morning, Bill. Let's try to get along this morning.
I'm gonna tell you this.
Really?
And on this hospital, I'm gonna tell you, it is about to happen. And it'll be before Christmas, where it's all going to be laid out, and big things are going to be laid out here.
It's going to be laid out?
I believe it is.
Well, that would be
in
nice.
a positive way. So I just want you to know that, and that in reference to.
I think getting some information out would probably be helpful.
And I think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, Santa is bringing Governor Cuomo in his big red sack, and that's going to be our Christmas gift.
Well, there you go.
You did sound like our president there for a second.
It's going to be beautiful.
And I liked it.
It's going to be beautiful. I'm sure you did.
Trust me. Big.
Big. It's going to be large, the largest you've ever seen. A lot of people tell me they really like it.
Great hospital.
It's going to be great. It's going to be the greatest thing ever. Yeah. Okay. I do want to get into this Weinstein thing, though. Okay. What is going on in Hollywood? I mean, and it's not just it's comics. Louis C.K. just coming out. And it's crazy.
I'm just saying this.
Yeah.
Again, all of it's horrible. Here's the question.
Yeah.
Who didn't know that this kind of stuff was going on in Hollywood?
Me. I didn't know.
Really?
I didn't know.
No idea? I mean, with the casting
not
couch
at this level.
And all
Yeah.
Really?
I was surprised to hear guys like Louis C.K. in the back room of a comic show.
I haven't kept track of all
Louis C.K.
But this is what's been going on in Hollywood. That's what's being, that's what has been raised by the conservatives of the country when, the artists, so to speak, in California were contributing money to, the Democratic candidates. They were constantly saying,
the Democrats look the other way of this stuff,
right?
And, but what do you say about Alabama? What's the Senate candidate there?
Roy Moore.
Roy Moore.
Yeah, I mean that, if true, and I got to tell you something. He's saying it's not true,
right?
But if you look at the testimony,
this was out of my cousin Vinny,
Washington, the Washington Post. You look at that; they have gone through. There were like 6 or 7 witnesses to what went down, and everybody's interviews were similar.
Right.
It does make, I would say, that would make people a little nervous about this guy. So it's not exclusive to Hollywood.
I think there were other people that are nervous about this guy just for other things he's done.
Well, he's very, very. He has some out there opinions on homosexuality.
I think he was removed off the bench twice
for
things that he did.
So, but apparently it's going to take trying to get it on with a 14-year-old to finally make people step up and say, "Wow, this guy's an interesting character," at the very least.
Yeah.
Okay, but so it's going on. I'm not surprised about Louis C.K., even though that's disgusting. Comedians they're just disgusting people. They talk about disgusting things, and if you look in the back room when they bring shows in, because I did comedy.
You did have the comedy club.
The stuff that you see back there, they trash hotel rooms, and I'm not surprised.
Well, I just want to ask you, your experience with dealing with the comics, when because you'd end up bringing them into town and interacting with them at least on a superficial basis. I mean, what did you ever see with some of these guys that would have said, maybe
terrible? I'm just going to tell you, some of the things are just terrible. It depended on the act. Some people were top notch and very, very professional and classy, but others, as I said, we'd have to pay for stuff in hotel rooms, and they would just some of the deviant acts that were done.
Stuff like this.
I could not repeat. Well,
I don't know.
It depends on. I mean, I had one where the guy was. I can't repeat some of the stuff that these guys have done on stage and off stage, so I'm not totally surprised by that. And I guess if he did, I mean, it's just disgusting.
I don't know what he did, so I don't.
Well, he pleasured himself in front of two other comics, females.
Asked permission.
And he asked permission, and I don't know if they said don't do it, but I probably would have walked away. I don't know, but again, everybody's coming out of the woodwork.
He asked permission.
Yeah, I guess. It's awful.
The story I read said sometimes he would ask permission, sometimes he would just do it.
Oh, so this is multiple times.
Yeah. Oh, there's at least 5 accusers right now.
Wow.
Yeah. One of the incidents was with the 2 female comedians
That's
in the back room. There are other incidents.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
So,
maybe Hollywood's going to get cleaned up a little bit.
A legal question would be, because I don't think it's tolerated. I mean, I think this could be very big for women because a lot of women who are successful today will tell you they had to do things and tolerate things that they should not have had to have tolerated, and they would not want their daughters to have to tolerate. Maybe it does clean things up. So, is it exclusive to Hollywood? Or do you think this stuff goes on throughout the country?
I think you see it everywhere.
Yeah. So now the question would be, from a legal standpoint, when no one can criticize a woman for not coming out. Why? Well, why didn't you report this 18 years ago when it happened? We cannot. I don't think we can ask that question because you're not in the shoes of that person.
I think you're absolutely right. But I do ask this question: how do 5 come out on the same day? Unrelated incidents, people who might not necessarily know each other, but it's like we get hit with 4 or 5.
The domino effect.
I think
they gain the courage to come out
once they
see. But what I'm saying,
if they all come out simultaneously, there's a conspiracy.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Doesn't it seem like they've come out together?
But I think what happens is when you hear, "Oh, Susie came out about him," now I'm going to come out.
It's the bloodletting with Weinstein, for example. I think that once there was some blood in the water, that
gates are open. The floodgates have been open. But my question, though, is so 18 years, I guess statute of limitations are going to be different depending from state to state.
Right.
But in most cases, this is really done to destroy a career because there's really no
destroy
charges.
the person. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, look at
and maybe it's deserving.
Well,
Kevin Spacey.
Look at the Kevin Spacey thing. Yeah. That's just crazy right there.
Yeah.
I mean, he went from the penthouse to the outhouse in a matter of
and I'm not
seconds.
Quite sure on this story with the 18-year-old. I mean, the kid was 18 years old. He's of age. I understand not of age to drink, but he is at 18. You're an adult, and I know supposedly he got him drunk and tried to get him so drunk and then take advantage of him. But, I'm not sure he committed any, other than buying a drink for somebody who told him he was 18. By the way, Spacey's not responsible for buying the drink. It's the bartender who served the 18-year-old. We're not talking about any of this.
Well, isn't he really in the hot water because of the 14-year-olds?
Oh, yes. Yeah. But this was a new one that just came out.
The 14-year-old, I just stopped after that.
That's terrible.
I stopped after that. I mean, the rest of the stuff is just whipped cream on horse manure. I mean, it's that his response.
Never heard of it put that way, but I'm a big whipped cream fan. I used to be.
Yeah, well,
I used to be.
His response to the inquiry on the 14-year-old was just insane.
Very bad. Yeah, it was almost like he just kind of passed it off like it was nothing.
And I think that he had substance issues at some point, if I recall it.
Well, he did say it was alcohol.
But I mean, I think he had some substance issues through those parts of his career, but that doesn't excuse what he did. But the point is, the response was just crazy.
Bad response, and now the floodgates have opened. Every guy who's ever done anything inappropriate at this point is now being outed, and
it's just crazy.